Most people don't fail at online business because they lack ideas. They fail because they start in the wrong place, building websites, funnels, and products before they understand who they're actually helping. If you're asking yourself, where do I even start? This video is the right one for you. Hi, I'm Yana. I help high-achieving professionals build meaningful, profitable online businesses without burning out. And how I do it? Through coaching, where mindset meets strategy. This is video 3 in this series where we mostly focus on the strategy part, so you can make a clearer decision for yourself and for the life you are currently living. In video 1, we talked about clarity, what kind of life you actually want and what kind of business can support it. In the second video, we talked about monetization, how money really flows online and what are the various aspects like time and leverage to consider when deciding for yourself. Today, we are combining both and answering the most important question, where do you start, based on where you are right now. Let's get grounded. A sustainable online business always sits at the intersection of meaningful and profitable. So we'll mostly cover the first 2 scenarios from the first video. That means that the problem that you help people with needs to be tangible enough, not vague. Painful enough that people actively want relief, and important enough that they're willing to pay for help. A simple filter I use with clients. If someone didn't solve this problem, would it cost them time, energy, money, health, confidence, or future options? If the answer is no, it's probably not the best problem to start your business with. Let's talk about awareness stages. Not everyone who has a problem is ready to buy. People move through these awareness stages, and this is a concept that was originally introduced by Eugene Schwartz. This comes from classic advertising psychology, the idea that people move through these stages before they're ready to act or buy. So let's cover these. The first one is unaware. They feel frustrated but don't know why. Second category is that they are problem aware. They know what hurts, but they don't know how to fix it. Another category is solution aware. They know that solutions exist. The fourth one is product aware. And in this stage, they are already comparing options. And the fifth one is the most aware. And people in this awareness stage are ready to purchase. So selling to stage 1 or 2 rarely works. People aren't ready yet. Only talking to stage 5 means you're speaking to very few people. This is why conversation and content matter more than starting with products. So think about a person first. Before you think about offers or branding, pause and ask yourself, is this something people genuinely care about? Is it just something they say they want? Does this problem affect their daily life, decisions, or sense of self? Are they already investing time, energy, or money trying to solve this problem? Do they feel a quiet urgency to change? Not someday, but soon? This is how you move from vague niche to a real ideal client profile, or ICP. And you don't need a massive audience. You need a small group of people who recognize themselves in the problem and are ready to act. So once the problem is clear, the next step is to define the person living with this problem. This is not just about demographic. These are real people. So ask yourself, what does a normal week look like for them? Where do they feel tension, frustration, or quiet dissatisfaction? What are they already trying to change? And even if it's messy or inconsistent, what are they afraid might happen if nothing changes? What would relief or progress actually look like in their life? These questions help you understand how this problem fits into their world, emotionally, practically, and socially. And when you can see the person clearly, your content stops sounding generic. That's the moment people think, this feels like it was made for me. And at the beginning, you are starting with your best guess. That is why it is important to talk to people and feel free to start offline. Talk to friends, colleagues, former coworkers, and start sending DMs. You want to have as many conversations about your offer and direction as possible. In this stage, you listen for the words they use to describe the problem, what they've already tried, whether they will pay to solve this problem for them, and even how much. And their language becomes your copy. So use the language they use. Quick note here, don't ask for their opinions, get to know them better, get to understand them better. So now you've defined your niche. Now talk about it. Once you have clarity on the problem and the person, your next job is visibility, simply and consistently. So start posting online. Pick one platform. Choose a realistic cadence. Stick to it long enough for people to recognize you. And remember, you are not trying to go viral here. You're trying to become helpful and someone that people can trust. I have to mention, it is hard. You are getting out of your comfort zone. You are admitting to the world that you want something more, that you are trying to build something real. You are ready to create your own path. It is hard. And your brain and your body is going to create and feel the resistance. I wanted to mention it here because it's normal. This is exactly the reason why in my coaching we don't talk only about a strategy, but mostly about how to overcome these internal struggles, overthinking, and various self-sabotaging patterns. And believe me, it will appear. Once you start taking the real steps, it shows as a sign that you are growing. If you're thinking about starting something of your own but keep overthinking or stalling, I made a free scorecard that shows you your current starting point and what's actually holding you back. It's the same diagnostic I use with coaching clients, and you'll find the link in the description. So let's cover what are the stages of online business building. In this next part, I want to remind you that Rome wasn't built in a day. From last video, you might be thinking about the complicated structure you want to build. It is great to have ideas, but to make this sustainable, we need to build in phases. This is where many people get it wrong. You cannot start with a complex business model. Well, you can, but it's much harder, and the chances you'd abandon it are much higher. So let's cover how the first stage could look like for you. Talk to people about the problem. Offer your help direct. One-to-one coaching or freelance services or done-for-you services are the fastest clarity builders. This stage teaches you what actually works, what people pay for, what you enjoy helping them with. And you can start with the content in this stage. But remember, the sole purpose now is to have conversations, and these conversations should lead to validating your offer and finding your first clients. Only after stage 1, you can expand into more content leading to email leads via creating a lead magnet, short email sequences leading to a simple digital product or group offer. And you can keep offering a high-ticket one-to-one alongside it. But this is a stage to add a little bit of the leverage. Over time, yes, you can add email sequences, funnels, automations, upsells and downsells, but those are results of momentum. These are not starting points. Most of those systems are usually built by teams, not one person with a full-time job. So this is an important reminder. Your business will evolve. The mistake isn't starting small. The mistake is usually trying to skip these stages. Start with clarity, then have the conversations that lead to your offers, and then build in systems, not the other way around. If you're still unsure where you are right now, I've created a free 10-minute scorecard to help you pinpoint what's actually holding you back and what to focus on next without overthinking. You'll find the link in the description. If this video helped, let me know in the comments. What stage do you feel like you're in right now? You don't need a perfect plan. You need to know where you are and what is the next right step for you. And if you want help figuring that out, you don't have to do it alone. This is exactly the work I do with clients, helping them slow down, get clear, and take the right next step instead of trying to do everything at once. If this video was helpful, please like it. It helps more people find it. And if you don't want to miss the next part of this series, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't watched the previous videos yet, I recommend starting with them. They'll give you the context that makes this all click. You can watch them here, and I'll see you in the next one. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, I promise not to do that.